Legends speak of a rare beast arising out of the east, from the land of the rising sun, a nib in double broad, rarely seen, a pen in urushi coated ebonite, and wearing a red dress and sexy as heck. This, the pilot 845 Vermilion. Join me on the Honest Nib as we explore this awesome pen. Regular viewers to the Honest Nib know I like my broad stick. I've waited 7 months for this beautiful piece, and you'll forgive me if I gush a little. Now, without any further ado, let's get into this awesome pen. And perhaps most fitting, here's my ride for today. A private plane off to another project, unfortunately, not on holiday, but work related. And the right pen for this would undoubtedly be the custom 845 in vermilion red on an ebonite body with that juicy, juicy double broad nib. I think this pen and plain combination goes well on this warm winter's morning in Johannesburg, South Africa. And here we are, folks, high above the African ground in the African sky, and a gorgeous pen. A pen, when unscrewed, you will see has not leaked, has not caused a mess. Yes, granted, we are not flying in a jumbo jet that high, but high enough for us to appreciate what it is that we have been blessed with today. In the writing sample, I attempt to prove with one hand holding the camera and one hand writing that I am in fact capable of doing two things at once, though the results vary as we go along. This nib is wonderfully broad. It is in fact the broadest nib that I own, and it is something of a rare beast, especially when you consider that the Japanese and Chinese kanji symbols are in fact so complex that a double broad or broad nib would make it virtually impossible to write these symbols without writing excessively large. Thus, a broad and even a double broad nib in Japan is something of a rare beast indeed. But I really enjoy it. There's no hard starts, the ink flows beautifully, and the lines are thick and vibrant. Here we are writing with Iroshizuku's Momiji, a lovely red ink that goes well with this pen. And who says you can't write small with a thick line? Yeah, we have some proof of it. Yes, not the tiniest, but also not the largest I've seen. And in this writing sample, we are writing on moleskin paper. Yes, there is bleed through. Bleed through, if you have watched some of my other videos, you will know that I actually enjoy ghosting. A little bit of bleed through is acceptable, and it is not so unwieldy that I'm unable to read that which I've also affixed to the page. Any skipping that you may see is because of me and absolutely nothing to do with the pen. Filming with one hand is apparently proving to be harder than I expected. Doing the figure eights, there is no skipping. The lines are fluid and fresh, and some variation, though very little, can be obtained by applying a little bit of pressure with a nib. The pen does write in reverse writing, giving you that, I would say, fine to medium line. It is a wet pen, as you would expect with such a nib. Well, here we are, folks, off the plane and back in my studio. And immediately we can see the DNA of the pilot pens coming through, with its gold-plated clip and ball, making for easy insertion into your shirt pocket or suit inner pocket. And then as well as the customary two rings around the cap of the pen, with its name and origin clearly visible. Custom 845 urushi, made in Japan. The cap unscrews in 1.5 turns, which I think is perfect to reveal a number 15 size nib. In this case, it is two-tone with a rhodium plated inert and the gold, yellow gold on the outside. As already stated before, a double broad, something unique and something rarely seen. And I believe a nib that in South Africa at least can be counted upon one hand, if not upon one finger. This is a cartridge converter pen and comes with a Con 70N converter, which is a nice large capacity. The Con 40 is smaller and I doubt will even hold enough ink for you to write one day. This pen was filled but a day ago, and have a look, it is almost empty. Inside the barrel, you can see how clean and how sophisticated this pen really is. Its total sum is but an ebonite body with urushi lacquer finish and some gold trim. But to categorize this pen like that is to not do it justice. It is light but feels sturdy. There is a warmth to the hand, and the fact that the finish is hand applied really appeals to me greatly. Well, folks, here we have my latest acquisition. A pen that I've waited for 7 months. In the first week of January, I ordered this pen. So, folks, what are my thoughts? Well, I paid 8,000 Rand for this pen, which I feel was a steal. This pen now is around about the 14 to 16,000 Rand. So I paid half the price. So how much is 8,000 Rand in dollars? That's about $520. For an 18 karat gold nib, for a special order nib, for a number 15 size nib, which is the same size as the Pilot 823 amber or smoky grey or clear. I like this pen. Yes, it is smaller than its big brother. Its big brother is also twice the price of a fully priced pen and not the steal that I got. Yes, I did not walk out of the store without paying for it. No, I got a good price because the wait was 7 months and I have no patience. So, what are my thoughts? It is well made. It is a simple pen. There is nothing to really shout home about in terms of its construction. Yes, it is an ebonite body with urushi lacquer finish. That portion I like. I like the idea that it is hand applied by a craftsman. It is, at the end of the day, still a mass-produced pen. And I wonder sometimes if I wouldn't be thinking to myself that I bought this pen because I cannot afford its big brother. But then that leaves me into a segue then, doesn't it? That in the future there may be a bigger one to come. But that's in the future and not today. The writing is smooth across all papers that I tried it on. I did not show you all the papers, or this video would be 20 minutes long, and by the algorithm I can see, and by the statistics on the YouTube Creator Studio, the watch time is but 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes per video, so there's no point. But the writing is smooth. With that amount of ink, you would expect it to be so. It is something different. It is not for everyday writing, agreed. Perhaps headings, perhaps some flourishes in your notebooks and on your notes. I found it to be particularly useful in my meeting at the end of that flight shown in the video, for when I marked up on the drawings, the red popped vibrantly and was easy to see. Would I buy another one? Perhaps, maybe in black. Would I rush out and buy another one immediately? No, I don't think so. I think I'm happy with what I have. Folks, I'd like to hear your opinions on this pen. I'd like to hear what you think. If I've got something wrong, be gentle. I might be big, but I'm also a bit of a softie at heart. And if you like this video, I would appreciate it immensely if you could like and subscribe and send to your friends and family. Let's try and get the numbers moving a bit on this pen. I hate to say it, but it is necessary, for this channel does eventually need to start funding itself for me to be able to bring you these awesome writing instruments. Until we meet again, folks, this has been another presentation of the Honest Nib. Look after yourself, take care, and bye-bye.